Okay, terrible noises, but I tried. Well, we'll get it. Maybe what, that'd be something cool. A little intro one day, an actual intro instead of me like screeching like that. Just kind of testing the mic. Welcome everybody. We're gonna do this fast. Um, AD2L intermediate season, 28 content. I don't want to dwell. I don't want to spend too much. There's gonna be people that will possibly go in depth. I plan on maybe in the future. Planning does not mean it will happen. Go in depth with a few teams. There's so many teams. There, and intermediate. Oh shit! I don't have my BRB. I failed. Guys. I literally don't do content without a beer. Sometimes it's my first one. Sometimes it's my second one, or more. I'm here. Have a couple of sips. I swear I'm not an alcoholic. There's a couple things I need to do before we get into it. It's gonna be fast. It's just gonna be a little observation. Um, possible. Oh, dude, I need to. Possible predictions, kind of type deal. We'll kind of see how I'm feeling. I really want to get content down to 20 minutes or less. I want to make this something you can listen to while you're eating something. It's like, oh, this is a nice kind of clip. I really like that size of content. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how we evolve. Uh, see what happens. Step one, though. I need to show this, guys. I got this in the mail today. So I get something that brings food to me and I cook it because I can't be bothered to go and grocery shop. This is their freebie. They give a freebie every couple months. Company. They gave me alcohol free beer, 0%. This is a disc. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't. I don't know what I am going to do with this beer, but they gave me two of them. No idea. I I don't know how to explain it, guys, but I have two of these. Hopefully that envelope doesn't have anything important on it. Probably doesn't. I can't even read it, but it looks like the address ain't there. But seriously, I took this picture. I had to share because everybody knows I'm a beer drinker. I was very excited when I saw the beer, and then I saw the 0%, and then I have no idea. I don't know if I'm gonna just waste them by throwing them at somebody or what. Maybe that'll be a goal. Some sort of random sub goal or view goal on YouTube, where I will eventually I'll have a new webcam, and where I drink it. I don't know, but that's step one. That was step one. Number two is the JD. I'm gonna keep this nice. I'm gonna keep this simple. Listen, I don't hate JD. Nobody that was anti JD playing in contender hated JD. There was a lot of drama today on May 20th here regarding him. RD2L came over. This was not an AD2L versus RD2L scenario. If RD2L people are listening, we welcome everybody. We have lots of people that play in RD2L and AD2L in our league. I played RD2L one season. I know of people that have played in the past. We just want to play. But this is your main account that you signed up on. We can't you have a limited amount of games. You have all these other games. You deep dive. There's two alt accounts. One account has a 65% win rate in Legend. think it's Legend 2. I don't have that available right now. This suggests this person is above the skill gap. And the thing about AD2L is we have an Archon League, which is Archon lower, Legend League, Legend lower, Ancient League, well, called Intermediate, Ancient and lower, Divine League, Divine lower, and Heroic for the Immortals, which is everybody. If you're a Legend player, you can play in Intermediate League. When you look at this, the AD2L has a few rules, and technically this account does meet them. However, out of last season, I don't think there's a single account that was allowed to play that looked like this. A lot of people vouch JD's a nice guy, and I hope he's playing an intermediate this season. I hope he does his team, and I hope he does great. I hope he plays. I hope he has fun. I hope he becomes a potential member of the AD2L Discord community. It's a bumpy start, on him. He didn't say anything mean. He didn't come into Discord say anything mean. I know a lot of people that had the same opinion of me did not insult him. And we said, hey, he should just play a league above because this account clearly, just because a guy doesn't play ranked or doesn't really play games besides RD2L games, he does well. Even in these games, if you look at these games compared to his teammates, they're not horrible. Like the Sand King game is actually a really good game, even if he lost it. Like I was looking at his Smurf account, I was looking at a lot of things. This guy 100%. And by the way, I need to make this clear, and maybe I should have wrote this stuff down, hid it away. This guy, 100%. Was upfront about his Smurfs. He didn't hide any information. He just wants to play with his friends. So I want everybody who watches this video, and I don't know if JD will watch or any RD2L people, but I know there will be some people that watch this video. Everybody in AD2L, please welcome this guy. Nobody hates you. Or your teammates, unless they start being shit disturbers, then people will hate you, We already have enough of them. We don't need more. Don't bring them from RD2L. I mean, what? Anyways, that's the other thing. I think it's really important to get that out of the way. That I am not anti-JD, and I hope you do well. Now, if you do really bad, then I'm sorry. But, your other team technically is 4 Legends, so your team's not going to be that good in Intermediate. But you never know. There's a couple other kind of mostly Legend teams. Or legend players and ancient. Okay, but we got to move on. We have to move on. But the drama has subsided by this announcement. Oh, I don't want to be in that Discord. Oh, AD2L Con announcements right here. The JD situation. You can read it yourself. I won't read it. Admins reserve the right to amend this adding points. And that's true. Sunsfan talked about... I forgot to mention. Sunsfan literally talked about this in his podcast regarding the team and ESL that had 15 subs. There's a clause, a lot of the contracts you have people sign and rules that says, hey, if something's up, we have the right to change it. And that's what we had to do. And I 100% don't believe JD is trying to be malicious. He just wants to play with his friends. Let's just put him in the right league for it. People will disagree. I know people will disagree. I expect some dislikes on my video. Maybe I'll get a record and dislikes. Maybe that's when I'll drink my alcoholic-free beer. But I'll have to hold that off. I need a new webcam. Okay, anyways. Intermediate content. That's why you're all here. You're not here to see me talk about this. First off, shout out to Sleepy. Sleepy right here. He's an intermediate player, and he's doing some intermediate content. I think there's even going to be more eventually. He has matches, back-end, stand-ins. I just want to say, this guy put a lot of work in this spreadsheet. A lot of work. So, if you see him around in AD2L, or you're up against him in a match, you should thank him. You should tell him. You should be like, hey, I like your spreadsheet. Only if you watch this content. Appreciate it. People are putting hard work into this stuff for free. They don't expect anything. But if you give a thanks, you know what? I was talking to somebody. I was talking to JoJo today. That you know what? Someone just messages you and says, "Hey, I enjoyed your video. Hey, I appreciate that spreadsheet. I've said to somebody something, and you know what? They really, I've appreciated someone else's content multiple times. I make sure it's clear because I know this is a lot of effort, a lot of effort to do. So thank them. It's very important, and I also want if I use someone else's content, I want to make sure that I say, "Hey, this is somebody else's." So thank you, Sleepy. Something I noticed right away. And now the average MMR was mostly used by metals, and some people actually offered their average MMR. Something I want to mention is there's 4 teams with an MMR currently above 4,000. We have the Wacky Waving. We have Trail of Tears from last season. We have Hollywood, a new team. I think everybody's playing AD2L. 4 of those people played last season. Tech 9 was on Team Umbra, which was a divine team that disbanded. So a lot of familiar faces. Jera, Herbo played on a team last season together. Thug played in Contender, got better, is now an Ancient playing offlane for him. I think that's really cool. I need to. 2 seasons ago, I questioned how good Thug was on a team. Thug is definitely proving me wrong on how good of a player he is, though I think he overvalued Lycan at some point. But good player. Sleepy, really good player. I don't even think I think he's Ancient 2 now. Maybe he's just still Ancient 1. Sleepy, really good. Very good middle. Very good carry. This team definitely favorites to win. The other team I know is MCU. And, some people I feel like go into, I know maybe they all play Dota together and they climbed. MCU has the highest average MMR average. 2 Ancient 5s, 2 4s, 1 3. This 4,342 is the highest MMR. MMR generally does correlate to being slightly better. So I kind of Trail of Tears. They did lose in the grand finals, but they're one of the higher teams. Trail of Tears, MCU, Hollywood. Don't say Hollywood. And then we have the other team, Wacky Waving, quite a high average as well. We have 4 teams with high averages above 4,000. Now there's some teams very close to that. I kind of expect these 4 teams to be in the top 5, in the top 6. I saw this team scrim. They have not played with each other. They did lose against a lower team. I say that in quotes. But you know what? We even have TTP right here, 3,973. Like, they're also quite a high team. Ancient 5, 4, 2 2s. I think one guy might be even higher. Mango is bringing him down at Legend 1. He goes to Ancient 1. Their MMR is even higher than this team. So there's quite a few teams, and some teams are built on friendship, some aren't. I don't want to kind of click through every Dota buff. I'm trying to make this quick and fast. Is kind of the goal, just to kind of give you a generalization, tell you guys, look at this spreadsheet, man. It is super duper cool. Kind of helps with some predictions as well. Some teams is Race Boys on it. Oh, it looks like they're not. Okay. Let me just bring this up quickly. Rice Bros have joined. Currently, they still have their 5 stack together. I predict they're going to kind of be a lower end team. They're kind of a wild card. with JD. Maybe JD carries them, but I don't expect too much. But there's a lot of teams right now. There's 22 teams. The most I've ever seen is 20, and it dropped down to 16 or 15. Or I think it went 20 to 14 teams in intermediate last season. So a lot of people playing in this league, very competitive. I just mentioned how many good teams there are this season. This team, believe it or not, average MMR 2,895 right now. ROT, they are eligible to play in contender, and they won last season, so they're going to go to intermediate for a season. Play. Their goal is to break even in games, and I wish them luck. I said you should just stay, but they're going for it. So this is really cool. Duke can do also another team missing a fifth player. Uh, you know what? They're just four players right now. Below Ancient One also playing, so kind of like ROT. One could argue Rice Bros slightly. PNL, a couple ancients, some legends, some friends playing, and that'll be fun. Thumbs. We have two ancient players and an Archon. But you know what? Where the hell is Helmets on? Tennessee Tech, I think they're replacing a guy, so that's why they're not added. Digital Habitat. This is a team I'm kind of interested in. People overhype Digital Habitat sometimes, but I think this team can do some really good work. Juke has hyped up this Keepsake guy to me. All I know is he is their Pause 5 player. He plays Pause 5. He grinds it. He's a Legend 4 right now. Obviously, he's been higher. Look at all the Dota he plays. Lots of Dota. And you know what? He plays Dota. All these heroes. It's like don't Google his mid quap though. Don't Google that. But he plays a lot of Dota, and I've been told really good things. I'd say just grinding as a Pause 5 would be extremely challenging in gaining MMR, and that could be the reason why he dropped. But Keepsake, really good guy. Bricko, intermediate winner of AD2L. Really good Pause 4. Deep hero pool. He has some signature heroes. And, I think he's better than Legend 2. I don't know what he does in pubs to be so low, because I think Bricko is ancient level. So hopefully he works on it this season, because he's a good player. I won't be shocked if he gains 400 MMR this season. He just needs to put it together. Snow, Pause 3. Snow, he has very consistent offlaner, really good games. It's kind of fun because Snow's Ancient 3 and on DH. Thug Potato, here's some, last season, was on DH Sprout. DH Sprout was kind of a meme team, but it was kind of like the lower league contender team, while Juke's team was the intermediate team. Thug is Ancient 2, working towards Ancient 3, and he's now an intermediate, so it'll little if you were here last season, it'll be kind of fun, which is the real DH offlaner, even though he's on Holy Hood. This is a stack that's been away for a while. Movement. They have played an AD2L. It is an admin. The website guy does a lot of work, so if you ever see him in chat, he's barely ever there. Tell him thank you for helping make AD2L run for 28 seasons. And he's got some guys, and one ancient guy. I don't expect too much of this team. I just don't. I honestly, they're kind of one of those bottom teams, and I'm sorry for saying that, but don't hurt me. Oh, that hurt to say, because you know what? The admins will just remove my AD2L content privileges, and then what do? I just post these on YouTube and hope you guys come. You won't come. Team AB Normal. I have no idea. This team looks okay. It has a couple ancients, has an Archon. I'm just gonna click the Archon here. Looks like he plays a lot of Dota, a lot of core. Looks like he's gonna be playing 4. I hope that's what spot he current. Oh no, position. Hopefully Incognito plays support though, because if he's actually playing core, that's gonna really hurt his team. I think though, in rare circumstances, really good support can make and create that space. However, generally, I'd say you want your higher players to play core. Now, 1 or 2 medals isn't a big difference, but Archon 3 to Ancient 3 is 10 medals. So a little there. But this team could do okay. Depends where that Archon plays, I think. I think probably near the bottom, near the top. It's kind of tough there, middle-ish, the pack team. And by the way, this is all mostly based on their MMR. A lot of these guys are new people playing, right? So how am I supposed to uh, guess them? Deso Orb. I kind of like this name. Couple Ancients, 2 Archons, Legends, group of friends playing near the bottom. But the good thing is, guys, we're doing Swiss this season. And you know what? Eventually, you're going to face teams. This sounds so bad. You're going to face also sometimes bad teams. Faces bad teams. And you'll have fun games. And you know, I either think a team's good or bad. So there's a lot of bad teams in here. And I'd be on a bad team. Let's be real. I suck at Dota. I don't even play Dota. Oh, Team Umbra. Harbinger's team. Okay, Harb. Eh. You know, he's okay player. He's like, you love him or you hate him. I hate him. No, I'm just kidding. But okay carry player. Captaining the team. Biggie. A good pause 5. Reclaimer, MCK, and Forlix. No idea who they are. But I look at this Team Umbra team. I think, you know what? Work can be done. Here, you know, there's potential to do well. There's potential to do bad. And it kind of depends on where they kind of hit that line. I will mention, you know, I always click. Oh, I'm at 4 views, bro. You know, I can do this just to check. 25. Oh shit. No, don't show my other. Never mind. We're not going on YouTube. But I have a fiery side chat with Fireside's chat with Harbinger, and I plan on making this an eventual series. 10 to 20 minutes is kind of my goal, where I chat with somebody and just bring players to the spotlight. If you're interested, please DM me. That's all I have to say is DM me. Say, hey, I'd be interested. We'll talk quickly. I'll find out maybe what you want to talk about, because I know nothing about a lot of you players. Some of you I know. Like, I knew about Harb, and that's where Harb and mine lasted longer. So if you're interested, DM me. 1 or 2 people DM me. I need to get back to them. I messaged, I think, one. One wasn't serious, so that's cool. If you're interested, we'll get you on Fiery Side chat. We'll talk. You get to be in content, and I like doing it. You know, I think it was really fun for Harb. Harb said he enjoyed it, and Harb's a good sport. So this team, good or bad, I like all their 8s. Victorious. Listen, I don't know if they're talking about like the Disney show, no, Nickelodeon show with the Victoria and Ariana Grande, or if they're saying they're going to win. Cocky teams have tended not to do so well, so I don't know what's going on with their team name. Their MMRs look pretty good. They could do potentially well. I'm just we don't know their positions. Maybe I will click CD Alex, check him out. He's been playing some Dota lately. A lot of turbos this past week. A lot of ranked though, dude. He was winning ranked. Looks like he's gonna probably be their mid player. Looks like he does pretty good, so that's kind of cool. I think this team can do really well, especially if your top player look in those recent ranked games looked really good. So Alex, I think, can do a lot of work. So they could be like they'll be top 8 team probably. Team back. Excited to see him. Something to mention though, Fire Divine 2, and he's been talked to. I've been told he will not be playing in intermediate, so don't get your pitchforks, everybody. They will be finding someone else to play pause 4, and they know that, just hasn't been updated on their website. And remember, update the website. You need to be on there, or else you're going to receive a forfeit. MCU, I said how high their MMR is. I think their team's just going to be really good. Wait, whoa. Alex is playing pause. Oh, wait. No positions there. Thank God. I would put mid here. I'd take a guess if I was, and I'm not clicking everybody. A couple of names like Talus. He was on DH. There was some drama there. Maybe I want him to get on to stir up some drama in my fiery side chat. But I think he's okay, dude. He's got 4 people. They're putting together. We'll see how well they do. Highest MMR current team. But the teams that sometimes have the highest MMR are just put together and they crumble. While you have teams that are a bunch of friends, and you know what they say, friendship power or something like that. I didn't want to get into love. And then we have IBAD coming back. They had a top 4 season. They won 9 or 10 games last season. They were tied with TTP. They went 1-1 with them, I think. They did great. Mad Max captains them. They're back with the exact same players. I think that's always great to see. I love to see it when a 5-stack stays together. Trail of Tears. This team kind of did, except for Fire can't play with them anymore. But 4 out of 5 players sticking together. TTP I'll mention too, they stick together. It's always great to see reoccurring teams staying together. Resulted-oriented thinkers as well. I should kind of mention them as well. So this is really nice, I will say. I think they'll be finished. Okay, last time I said they weren't going to do so well, and then they proved me wrong. So this time I'm going to say they did do really well. I think their top 8 team potential out of 22. I think they could win. I think winning this whole entire league with all these unknown, I probably like a 2%, 1% chance IBAD wins. But it's better than me last time saying they're going to suck and be a bottom team. But I will say, when I did that 2-hour content with Jukester, everybody, and I don't care, was sucking Mad Max's dick. I swear to God. They were sucking IBAD's dick so much that I had to go polar opposite and basically tell Mad Max his whole entire team sucks. Because if I didn't, we would all be sucking Max's dick there. And listen, not saying, okay, maybe I shouldn't have added that. I'm not saying sucking dick is bad. If you're a guy or a girl and if you're gay, that's okay. I'm just using it as a reference. God, I'm going to get demonetized. It is over. But Mad Max, I think your team's going to be a top 8 team this season. I'm not calling your team a C or D tier. Okay, I'm calling your team a solid B tier team. Please leave me alone. I'll have to do that after week 1 maybe. Start doing tiers. Just too many unknowns. I can't do that with 22 teams. I'm going to be wrong on so many levels. So many hot takes last season. Yeah, I swear to God, people emailed me threats about my hot takes. No, nobody did that actually, but would be cool. Make me feel important. Hollywood, top 4 team. I'm just putting this down. Top 4 team. If they stay together, play a bunch. I know everybody. I know very little about Tech Nine. I just think they're gonna do really good here. And Urbo, one of the best pause vibes in the history of AD2L Intermediate. TTP, I think top 8 team again, just coming back. They did really well. Top 4 finish, top 2 finish. I think they'll do good again. Assuming Knifan does not rank up. Knifan plays ranked. He doesn't care. And he's a really good mid. So if they lose him, they're going to have to bring me in. And I don't even play Dota anymore. Helmets on, team from last season. You know what? They had people of all ranks. Kinda updated roster will be fun to see how well they do. They did take a game off of TTP in game 1. They played 3 games against TTP, and they lost every single game during the ranked season, but they won one during the playoffs against TTP. And there was a guy, very cocky, in chat on TTP that said they do not deserve to be playing in AD2L playoffs. Blah, 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 blah. Well, look at them now. They are back for vengeance. They won a game. And the playoffs, they're going to win some games this season. Just saying. Just saying. And you know, I don't know if that person will be watching this content. I'm not going to say who it is. But they're on this screen right now. So I'm calling them out, and people will know who I'm talking about. So shout out to Helmets On. Also, shout out to their captain, Radiofoot, for being such a positive member, and AD2L. Great guy. Great guy. Maybe I talk to him and see if he wants to be on Fireside Chat. This team has one ancient, and I look at this team, and this is nothing personal. I've talked about this on a couple other teams. I don't think you play in intermediate. I think you just drop your ancient player, play in contender. But if you're friends, this is what you have to do. This is kind of like Rice Bros that we don't see with JD. TJ, is TJ actually Divine now? Oh, okay. Oh no. TJ, what happened? I like TJ. He's a nice guy. A lot of people call him the Smurf. Okay, this guy seems to win and lose. Looks like he does not play amazing. 1-13, ranked all pick. He passes the sniff test. Lots of games played. Lots of games. I like the name. I'm on the fence. This team's MMR is low. It is above some. Technically speaking, not that TJ is. He's still playing ranked. He could sandbag, get under a divine. He could go to ancient, and the team would be fine. I think this is a close call. And as I don't know if TJ is still playing on Avengers, but I don't think this team will do really well. This is the thing. People really hate exceptions, specifically if those exceptions do really well. I don't think this team will do really well, so I'd let TJ play. I imagine he's talked to the admins. It's tough. That team clearly, I think, is just maybe a group of friends wanting to play or something. I don't know, but do you think TJ's not hiding that he's Divine One? He's still winning games. So it's tough because I don't think you put that team in Divine. I'm pretty sure they'll lose every game. It's a little different. Team U, you look at their team, you look at their average, you look at how well they played last season, you're like, yeah, okay, Fire, you can't play. You look at TJ's team, and you're like, ah. But then Fire's going to be like, well, I'm only Divine 2, but, you're not Divine 1. You're not playing with lesser MMR players. It's tough. I'll let the admins decide. This is me. This is my first kind of look at the list. This is Wacky Waving, top 4, top 5 team. Just their MMRs just say good stuff about them. I'll click the Ancient One. Is he a support player? Oh, he dropped down to Legend 4! He's been playing a lot of carry. Oh, maybe. Still think they'll do well. Fall damage, a team with the 3 Ancient Ones. 2 Legends. They deserve to be there. I'm excited to see how they do. I think they'll be like an average team, below average. ROT, I talked about them, and I said how they should. Hey, listen, they watch my content, and they flame me. But I will say a couple of them probably could be higher MMRs. But god damn it, I don't know how to explain it. If you can play, if you have 5 people that can be in the lower league, you should just play in it. But I like their spunk. I like it a lot, and I hope they get their asses handed to themselves. And you know what? They're not going to be upset because they'll go back to contender and win again, or be a good team. Sometimes you need your ass handed to you to remember what's important. Actually, these are honestly a great group of guys. Very nice, very friendly people. Not this person though. He's a dick. Won't let me play carry. He used to play carry, guys. He didn't even let me play carry when I played Battle Cup with him. He'd force, when I was carry on an AD2L team, make me play a different role. Grouty 2, Dick 2. They won't let me play carry with them, but they let Dill. Okay, we'll move on. Do can do. I mentioned this team quickly should be in contender, but they want to be an intermediate. But if you're prepping yourself that to lose, so be it. And Piano, don't know much about them, but they have an Ancient 5 player, 3 hard on their team. Where am I at on the podcast? 37 minutes? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. I was trying to lower content. I get in these conversations. I mention things. I didn't even have much of my beer. I literally get distracted when I do this stuff. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can, but still give you the same info. I'm trying not to have 2-hour content. Usually that's way more detailed. A lot of people like it, but it's like 2 hours. That turns off a lot of people, so I'm trying to get it faster. Like the movement speed nerds, Kappa, but it ain't working. I'm just going to quickly go down this list. I'm not even going to write. I'm not even going to have a Dropbox or anything about keeping track of who I think will win. But people like this, so here I am. TTT Project 2, they will 1-1 with Trail of Tears. Both top 4 teams last season. I think they'll 1-1. Helmets on versus Manchester United. I think Manchester United, highest MMR team. 2-0 helmets on. Sorry, helmets on. Don't hurt me, Radio Foot. Avengers Assemble. Does this game have fall damage? Don't know either of those teams. Having to look for them again. Fall damage. And see, I only know Doc. Oh, I know Icarus. I only know these 2 names. And where is my Avengers team? Is Avengers team the... Can we find them, everybody? Oh, with TJ. Okay, that's tough. I'm not going to say because I don't know if TJ's playing or not. But we'll go 1-1. We'll just be safe. But I don't know if TJ's allowed or not. I haven't seen any saying, yeah, he's allowed. But I think he should be, but I don't decide stuff. I'm not an admin. Hollywood versus Movement Speed Nerds. 100% Hollywood. Hollywood is going to skyrocket. Result oriented thinkers versus Team Umbra. I think Team Umbra takes a 2-1, but I'm going to give a point to result oriented thinkers because I know their MMRs are low, but they've been playing together so long. It's like if their mics were muted with each other, they'd know where they're going to be. So we're going to go 1-1. Now, if Team Umbra 2-0s, a lot of people are going to make fun of me. That's okay. 1-1. Digital Habitat versus Bad News Bears. I need to go back over here. Okay, I think Digital Habitat 2-0s. Though I know they haven't played a lot of games together, but this is a really low MMR average. So, and all I have to go off of is MMR, unless if I have prior experience with only a handful of teams. Duke and Do versus Ooh. I think Duke and Do had a decent MMR, but no, that's not the team I was thinking of. But this team has fire. Where's Team Ooh? Yeah, this team has fire, and I think even though he's leaving, they've been playing together. I think this team will be fine, even if it's like a legend, even if it's a Crusader one they find. Actually, probably not. I'd probably be a little okay. What are you guys doing? But I think this team is okay. They're together. They potential top 8 team depending who they find. So I'm gonna go 2-0. Deso Or versus PNL. I'm just gonna say 1-1. Victoria's Secret versus Wacky Waving Inflatable Flailing Arm Tube Man. God, that is such a long team name. Oh, their name's Victoria's Secret. Well, no, I feel stupid. Because I was making fun of them that their name's Victorious, and then I made that whole entire joke about them, but I thought their team was Victorious. I feel kind of stupid if you got to this part of the podcast and listened to this content. Yeah. So I take everything back about you guys being cocky bitches. I think Wacky Wave Inflatable Flailing Arm 2 Man will 2-0 them. I think they have a very high MMR average. That's why we're going for Thumbs versus AB Normal. So we got Thumbs down here. 1 ancient player, 2 ancient players, and AB Normal. That's a really close game. MMR, I know who this guy is. I think I've seen that name. And I've seen this. Okay. I've made my decision. We're going to say AB Normal 2-0. 2-0ing Thumbs. There we go. We'll get a 2-0 in there with an even team. IBAD versus Tennessee Tech. I think IBAD 2-0s them. I think Tennessee Tech currently doesn't even have an exact full-on roster at the moment. And I also think IBAD, last season they did really well when I didn't think they would. And I think they're going to do well, assuming they don't face like a kind of a semi-juggernaut team. Remember, this is one huge-ass division. We are doing Swiss. So if you win, you face teams that won. If you lost, you face teams that lost. And eventually, you're going to be seeded 6 weeks of this. We'll see where we're at. And then playoffs. And I think intermediate will only have top 16 teams move on. So right now we have 23 teams. 1 or 2 maybe drops out because teams, that's what happens. So there's limited spots. So do your best. Regular season matters. Okay, well, anyways, this was Fireryman. What the hell? This was Fireryman content, guys. And if you liked it, let me know. If you're interested in Fiery Side Chat, let me know. If you hated it, PayPal me $10 and let me know. Okay, thank you all. Have a great day.